You can add Blackboard tests to the course content area in your Ultra module. You can either add one at the top level, or you can add it to a learning module or folder. In this example, I'm going to add it to a folder I've called Assessment. Expand the folder. In the options that appear, select Create. You can also access these options by hovering over any line in course content, turning it purple and clicking on the circle with the plus in it. Once you've selected Create, the Create item panel appears on the right. Scroll down and select Test. The test layer will appear. Change the title of the test at the top of this screen. You can then start building your test by hovering over the line with the circle and plus icon in the middle and clicking the icon. In the options that appear, use Add Text to add test instructions. And select the different question types to add a question of that type to the test. For example, I'll add a multiple choice question where I need to allocate a total number of points for the question, add the question and the responses, selecting the right response or responses using the checkboxes to the left of the responses, adding automated feedback if needed, and then clicking Save. Repeat the process for adding questions by hovering over the line below the question just created to turn it purple. Then click on the circle and plus icon that appears and select the question type from the menu. Once all of the questions are added, we'd recommend turning off the option to allow students to add content at the end of the assessment, unless you want them to do so. This setting can prevent students from submitting the test once they've answered all their questions. Next, open the assignment settings using the cog in the right of this screen. Go down the assignment settings. Change the due date, which is when the test must be finished by, and then review the other settings. Maximum points is set by default based on the points you've allocated to the questions in the test. You may wish to review post-assessment marks automatically, depending on the type of test and when you want grades and feedback to be released. The assessment results options also define when students can see their grades and feedback, so you might want to look at these too. The other setting that's important to review here is the time limit. Select Add Time Limit to set how long students have to take the exam, and whether the test automatically submits when the time has expired. When you're done setting the time limit, select the cross to the right of the time limit banner to go back to the settings. When you've finished editing all the test settings, click on Save. The final thing to do to set the test up is to add release conditions. You can do this with the test still open by selecting the Hidden from Students item in the top right of the screen. In the menu that appears, select Release Conditions. Then, in the panel that appears, use the Date Time checkbox to open the Date Time settings, and set the Show on Date to be the time you want students to begin the test. When you're done, click Save. Close the test layer down, and you'll see the test in your course content area.